everybody.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kristen Cho.
And I'm Cameron Word.
Thank you for joining us today.
Yes.
We're so happy to have you.
Always, every day.
Every day. Our daily life topic today is life as a foreign exchange student. Don't isolate yourself for too long. So this isolate, right, is basically to be alone.
Yeah, to be by yourself, to remove from everyone or everything else. So the title, Don't Isolate Yourself for Too Long, you might say in Korean something like 스스로를 너무 오래 고립시키지 마.
That's true.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because not just for foreign exchange students, but young people or young adults these days in many parts of Asia or around the world live in isolation. And sometimes they can't come out of the house.
Yeah, there's that term hikikomori, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's originally Japanese, but I've heard it used in both Korean and English sometimes. It's when they don't leave their house or they don't leave their room. Or if they do, they just go to like the local convenience store.
Right, and that's it.
With a mask on and, just staying away from all human contact.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, this is saying that if you go to a foreign country, it's important to have a community. It's important to make friends and have social interactions.
Yeah, and this can be hard because if you're in a foreign land, maybe it's hard to make friends. Maybe it's hard to, my own experience. I studied abroad in China for 4 months.
Yeah.
Couple of those months, I just went to class and went back to my room.
Really?
Yeah. Emotionally, I was kind of sad for a few different reasons.
Oh.
And I would eat like a jar of peanut butter every day.
Oh my gosh.
It was a dark time.
Yeah, just because you're in another country doesn't mean that you are interacting in that environment.
Yes. So, definitely need to get a room, maybe get out of your regular routine and do something different.
Gosh, Cameron eating peanut butter in China in his room.
It was.
That's a hard time.
There was a month that the only thing I ate was Oreos, peanut butter, and egg fried rice. It was a sad time.
Oh no!
We survived. I survived.
Cameron. Oh my gosh! All right, take a break. Our expression.
Yeah, to take a break means to rest or do something different from what you are currently doing.
Okay. If you open up to someone,
you're talking to them freely.
Yes.
What is really on your mind.
Right. And in one's corner. So I'm in your corner. What does that mean?
So that sentence means I support you.
Yes.
So whatever you have in your corner is the thing that is helping you or supporting you.
Okay. All right. So Cameron, I'm always in your corner. No more peanut butter and Oreo cookies.
Every once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's listen to the dialogue.
Hey, Maria. I didn't expect to see you in the dormitory on a Friday night.
Yeah, I just didn't feel like socializing tonight. I needed to take a break from the locals.
I know how you feel. Just don't isolate yourself for too long.
Thanks for the advice, Ian. I feel like you're one of the few people I can really open up to around here.
I know what it's like to feel like you don't have anyone in your corner.
It's good to know you're here if I need you.
Here we go. Please join us on page 92. You can find the power dialogue there. Life as a foreign exchange student. Don't isolate yourself for too long. So for too long means not a long time.
Yeah. So maybe you can isolate yourself for a little bit.
Yeah, 2 weeks, a week.
Depending on the situation, sometimes it's okay. But yeah, as a person, you have to function with society at some point, right?
Sure. Okay. So Ian begins, Hey, Maria, I didn't expect to see you in the dormitory on a Friday night. So our power pattern today is I didn't expect to.
Yes.
Okay.
Here we're talking about I didn't think this would happen, or this is different from what I thought. So I didn't expect to see you means, oh, you're here. That's a surprise. That is, I didn't think you would be here.
Right. So I didn't expect to live in Korea for 25 years.
Yeah. I've been here for 10.
Yeah.
I thought
Did
I
you-
was leaving. I thought I was going to be
Yeah.
here for like 1 or 2 years.
All of us.
Yeah.
All the Korean Americans or expats who are here, they all say the same thing. Oh, I was going to be here for a year or two. And then it becomes like 15, 20, 25
years later.
years.
Yeah.
Okay, what does Maria say?
Yeah, I just didn't feel like socializing tonight. I needed to take a break from the locals.
Okay. Socialize is a good word. To socialize. What does this mean?
To socialize means to be with other people in a friendly way.
Right, right.
So the socializing, like you can be at work and not socialize with people.
Sure.
So doing business with other people is one thing, but just like having lunch and talking about things
Yeah.
or gossiping even, that's socializing, doing something in a friendly manner.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. This may surprise people, but I really don't like socializing. But, of course, socializing in my group or my community,
Yeah.
love it. Okay, people that I care about, that I'm close to. But just like people with strangers at a party and socializing,
Yeah.
it's such a waste of time.
I mean, I don't know if it's a waste of time, but I totally understand.
Yeah.
There's some people that,
Love it.
well, there's that expression like, oh, he or she doesn't know a stranger or never met a stranger.
Yeah.
Means like you meet those people, they will meet you for the first time and then they just like talk.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Like the person sitting by you on the airplane or they get in a taxi.
Right.
I had a friend, when I was studying in China, he loved to take the taxis in China.
And talk to the taxi
He would just
drivers?
talk to the taxi drivers all the time.
I can't do that.
That would be my worst nightmare.
I mean, there are a few exceptions with some taxi drivers. I will engage, but rarely.
No, I wear my biggest headphones so they know I cannot hear them if they talk.
Now, socialize is not our vocab.
No.
It's take a break.
Yeah, so to take a break means to rest or to do something different than you were doing.
Right. So you can actually take a break from a person.
Yeah. So, well, famously, Ross and Rachel on Friends took a break.
Right.
Where they were dating and
not.
they weren't.
Yeah.
But they were planning on getting back together.
That's
so
right.
to take a break from the locals here, meaning, I've spent a lot of time with the local people and now I just don't want to do it. And as someone who has lived abroad, I understand it. I love my Korean friends, but sometimes I just need to have...
You need a break.
I need to
Take a break.
An American night. Or like an English night.
Or a Power English day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just where it's not... And it's the same thing. I know Koreans, whenever they were studying abroad in the U.S., they had tons of U.S. friends, but...
Take a break from English.
They needed to have go make kimbap with their Korean friends.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Completely understand.
Totally understand it.
Ian says, I know how you feel. Just don't isolate yourself for too long. So again, isolate is our power vocab.
Means to separate from everything else. So it can just be like you don't want to talk to people, so you're isolating. Whenever you have a really bad sickness, maybe you isolate from people so you don't come in contact and spread a disease.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you want to isolate so that you don't pass on the germs. Okay, Maria, what does she say?
Thanks for the advice, Ian. I feel like you're one of the few people I can really open up to around here.
This is a great expression, to open up to a person. So we all have our deep thoughts and we have, certain secrets or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But we don't open up to anyone.
Right.
Yeah? We only open up to people that we really, really trust and are close to.
Yes. So to open up is to share your true feelings, your true emotions, or your true thoughts. And, depending on, it can be hard to do that.
Yeah. Surprisingly, Cameron, a lot of people open up to me.
I believe it. You have a trusting face. I look at your face and I think, yeah, I can trust her.
Well, people tell me secrets. I'm like, are you sure you want to tell me that? But they do. Once they start talking, they're like, oh, they always say like, oh, I feel like I can really, you're a great listener and I can trust you. And I'm like, that's an honor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you know a lot of secrets.
I know a lot of secrets.
Oh. I'll have to investigate later.
Okay, what does Ian say?
I know what it's like to feel like you don't have anyone in your corner.
So we all want to feel like there is someone in our corner. And what does that mean?
So we want someone who is supporting us, who's helping us emotionally, oftentimes. This is the feeling like you're in a boxing match. And you know how they have rounds. And they're like, after... Was it 3 minutes is a boxing match? Maybe it's not that long.
Okay.
And they fight for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then they go rest for a little bit.
In their corner.
They sit on that stool, right? In the corner. And they have that person that's helping them.
Right.
Giving them water.
Right.
Wiping the blood off their face.
Yeah, right.
Like putting ice on their eye.
Yes.
That person is in their corner.
It's so true.
It is supporting them, is helping them. Yeah.
So I feel like it's true. We all need, it doesn't have to be a lot of people, even one or two, to be in our corner, no matter what.
Yeah, a mom, a dad, a friend, a husband or wife.
Yeah, that's right. And Maria says, it's good to know you're here if I need you. Okay? So Ian's a good friend.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and listen to that one more time.
Hey, Maria. I didn't expect to see you in the dormitory on a Friday night.
Yeah, I just didn't feel like socializing tonight. I needed to take a break from the locals.
I know how you feel. Just don't isolate yourself for too long.
Thanks for the advice, Ian. I feel like you're one of the few people I can really open up to around here.
I know what it's like to feel like you don't have anyone in your corner.
It's good to know you're here if I need you.
It's time for Power Note. We're on pages 94 and 95. Okay, so to take a break means to step away from what you're doing and just, that's it.
Yeah, do something else.
Do something else.
Yes.
Okay, my eyes are starting to hurt.
You should take a break from your computer for a while.
Oh, yeah. They say, like, if you're staring at the computer, that what you want to do every... I don't know, maybe 15 minutes or 30 minutes. I'm not sure exact time. But you want to look out the window and look at something very far away.
Yeah. I try and do that. You know how you look at your phone while you're walking?
Yeah.
Like when I'm waiting on the subway, what's the farthest sign I can read? Like, because you're waiting by the subway, right? And it's like really long.
Yeah.
Can I read?
Smart.
Yeah, all the way down.
Very good, very good.
It's hard, though.
It's hard,
Yeah.
I know. Randall took a break from teaching chemistry for a year.
So this is not like an activity that he's doing over the course of a day. This is his profession.
A teacher taking a break.
Yeah, his job, So this take a break is often about resting, but it isn't always about resting. For example, a mother might say to her child, take a break from the video games and help me with these dishes.
So stop playing video games.
Stop playing and do some chores.
Okay.
So the break is just stop doing whatever you're doing, even if it is something enjoyable, something that is restive.
Yeah, and as you mentioned earlier regarding friends, is that even in a relationship, you could say, I think we need a break. We need to take a break, which means we need to separate for a little bit.
Yeah.
Does that mean it's a breakup?
So technically, to take a break is not to break up. So a breakup is to end the relationship.
Right.
But sometimes I think people say this. If someone says take a break, even though they mean just like a short time, I really think that
I think if a guy told me, I think we should take a break, I'd be like, okay, goodbye to you.
Yeah, because you wouldn't do that in like a marriage.
No.
Like in a marriage, like if you say I want to take a break from the marriage.
Yeah.
No, the marriage is over.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah,
it's over. Okay.
Which isn't a good thing.
Yeah.
But taking a break.
Yeah, I think we need some space. I think we need to take a break. Okay, these are classic signs of like the relationship is finished.
The relationship's done, yeah.
Okay. If you open up to someone, it means to speak freely, honestly about your feelings, or maybe something that you've been keeping to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. How did your first session with a therapist go?
Great. She was really kind, and I could open up to her about everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're in therapy, you kind of have to open up to your therapist. It's like if you go to a doctor for I don't know, for any kind of physical problem, you have to tell them everything.
Oh, yeah.
You can't keep secrets from your doctor.
No.
They need to know all the information possible to be able to give you the right treatment. In the same way with a therapist, you have to open up to them, tell them everything that you're thinking and feeling so that they can help you, be healthier mentally.
Yeah. It's interesting because opening up to someone, I mean, you can tell them how you feel, but really opening up to someone is really sharing your deepest of thoughts, right? Sean finally opened up to his mother about what happened.
Oh, Sean had a secret. Oof. Maybe there was a disaster, an accident.
And he kept it a secret.
Yeah.
Right. So in this case, it's about him finally revealing his secret. That's also opening up.
Yeah.
Okay. And we also talk about like parents and children, how children do not open up to their parents. It's the last person that they open up to.
I think when they're really young, the children often say everything to the parents, and then as they become a teenager, they close themselves off.
Right.
But maybe when you're older and your relationship is good, maybe you open back up again.
Yeah. It's so funny because my son's like, Mom, you should thank me. It's like,
what?
For what? I said, for what? He says, because I always open up to you about everything. And he does. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
A teenage son doesn't open up to his mother.
An interesting way of it. Most people don't do this, so the fact I do, you should be...
Yeah.
Very interesting train of thought.
Very interesting.
Okay, all right.
If you're in someone's corner, it means that you give your full support to someone. I'm really nervous about the trial.
Don't worry, you have your entire family in your corner.
Okay.
Meaning your family all support you.
Okay. The new manager was in our corner when it came to overtime pay. Oh, so what does this mean?
So the workers, the employees that are kind of lower in the hierarchy of the company, they want more pay. And so the manager that's above them fought for the workers, telling the people, no, these employees, they need more money. So the new manager, he or she was supporting the pay raise.
That's right. So if you have someone in your corner, especially at work, they are going to defend you. They are going to support you. Our power pattern, I didn't expect to, means it was a surprise.
Yeah.
Okay? I didn't expect to see you here tonight.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
I didn't expect to win the speaking contest.
Wow, that was a shock.
Yeah, I can barely talk.
Oh my gosh.
I can't believe I won a speaking contest.
All right. Our power vocab today is isolate.
Yeah.
Do check out the definition on page 96. And please stop by Audio Ohakdang for a very small monthly fee. What can you do?
You can listen to our voices, or you can access other EBS programs as well for that month or for however long you pay, over and over and over again.
Okay, very good. And we hope to see you soon at 6 p.m. tonight on Evening Special Live.
Yes.
So we'll see you there. Bye-bye.